तो मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ आप लोगों से दो शब्द के बारे में। एक शब्द है स्पिरिचुअलिटी और दूसरा शब्द है मटीरियलिज्म। मतलब एक अध्यात्म और दूसरा भौतिक। तो ये बड़े ही मिसअंडरस्टूड वर्ड। जो मटीरियलिस्ट लोग हैं और जो स्पिरिचुअलिस्ट लोग हैं एकदम समझते हैं कि ये दोनों रास्ते एकदम अलग हैं, इन दोनों का एक दूसरे से कोई लेना देना नहीं। पर अब देखते हैं ज़रा हम लोग ध्यान से कि सच में ऐसा है कि नहीं। तो सबसे पहले देखें तो ये जो पूरी एग्जिस्टेंस है, द होल एग्जिस्टेंस, दिस होल एग्जिस्टेंस इज मेड ऑफ वन थिंग ओनली एंड दैट इज एनर्जी। इट्स ओनली एनर्जी, एवरीथिंग। एंड now this energy is broadly, let us say, of two kinds. The first kind is the basis and fundamental of existence, and that energy, often called Paramatma, is the Param Atma, the supreme space of silence and infinitude and timelessness of no activity. Our Atma, our soul, still does some activity because it is different from this, but it is very much like this. This, what I'm talking about, is almost as good as zero. Somebody may even say that it is nothing, and that thing that I'm talking about is space. One name for it is space, and this you can relate to right away. If I use the word Paramatma, you will get confused with all the mental notions that have been put in your mind all these years. Forget all of that, drop all of that, connect with me in this space. The space which is around you, all around you, and in infinite direction which is present. That space is also made of energy, but it is energy in silence because it is in equilibrium. This energy is in permanent equilibrium. It always was, it always will be. It never moves, it never changes. It's not allowed to do so. By the rule of itself, there is no external creator who's come and made it like this. There is nobody who's cursed it to be silent. Actually, it has forever been present in silence and will be in silence. It is timeless and infinite. Then this energy in equilibrium, which does no activity by itself, is transparent also. By being transparent, we mean that everything passes through it, is in it without being disturbed by it in any way. Because the space does not do any activity on anything, but all activity is happening on this space, but that activity is not actively participated in or affected by this space. Hence, this space is being called transparent. The rays of the sun which come to earth are not bent by this space. Okay, so that's why it is transparent. Then the second, it is omnipresent. Omnipresent means it is present everywhere. Even when there is no nature, where there is nothing, there also it is present. So the third thing is that it is also transcendental. Transcendental means that it is before everything else. It is the very basis, the, the foundation of the house of creation. It is the very foundation on which everything is running and happening. Imagine now, think about it, the radio waves or waves from the mobile tower, they reach you traveling through a medium. These waves are traveling through the air, they travel through the water also, they even go through your body as well. And these waves also travel in vacuum space. Isn't it? That's how we communicate to our satellites as well. So, this energy which is traveling needs a medium, right? It needs a medium. This is the second kind of energy now. And the second kind of energy needs the medium, and this medium is present everywhere, and this medium is space. The real medium of everything is space. That's why it is being called transcendental also. It is not that the space was there even before any active energy of nature was there. This coexistence has always been there, right from the very beginningless time and till the eternal time about to be. In fact, it is timeless, this coexistence. So, energy is of two kinds. First is the space itself, energy in equilibrium, and second is the energy seeking equilibrium, which is all the nature, which is the material nature. If you look at it, always seeking equilibrium, positive charge going to negative charge, our bodies being attracted to earth by gravity, the earth moving around sun with gravity, the rays of the sun being emitted from the sun seeking equilibrium, reaching out some other place. But this energy is not in equilibrium, it always seeks equilibrium, and it temporarily finds equilibrium also, like in an atom or in our solar system. Things are in kind of equilibrium right now. But the truth about this nature which exists in the space is that nothing stays in permanent equilibrium here, except you can come very close to it. And this is where the quest of science and spirituality comes. This seeking of equilibrium and harmony and balance while being active as nature. You are not the space itself, and you will never be. But you can be as much nothing like the space. While being a thing, you are real, and so is the space. Even the space is real, and everything is made of one thing only, which is energy. Your energy is seeking equilibrium. Your energy is seeking harmony, and you are present in the space which is ever harmonious. So you have to become just like the space. And this is not a desire, this is not a wish that you can have. It is the destiny. It is your destiny. And on this journey of realizing your destiny, you are also here on earth. You have come to earth as a part of realization of your destiny. So, this energy is hence of two kinds, the one of space, ever silent, and the one of nature, ever active. And within this natural energy also, there are two kinds of energy further. Guess. Guess, you can guess. These two kinds of energy are, one is in the stones, in the atoms, in the rays of the sun. This energy is not aware and conscious of its presence. And then there is the second kind of energy, like you, me, and the infinite lives out there. They are simply conscious of their presence. So, hence, two kinds of energy in nature. One is the non-conscious material energy, and the second is the conscious energy. So, what thing is important to look at is that this conscious energy, which is also called the spirit at times, the light side of you, the wave side of you, you are actually just a wave. As human, in this human form, you are with the organic human body, but you are a wave. You are a wave of energy. Energy only moves in waves. This particle is a perceptive illusion of solidity, is an illusion. Like even science speaks of it. Even the wall that you have in your house or your body seems hard to you, but it does not seem hard to the ray of the sun, no? It does not seem hard to the radio wave. They pass through it. And trust me, it is possible that even you can pass through it. Just that with your human physicality and heavy existence, it is difficult to imagine. But it is possible. And it does not matter. We don't have to try going through the walls. But we have to pay attention to our true nature, which is that we are light beings. We are just as good as light itself. We are pure waves, unsolid, not rigid. And this wave has thoughts which are again weightless. Your thought has no weights. And this wave is free from the physical forces in existence. The gravity does not bend your thoughts. So, what is materialism and what is spirituality? Materialism is living with the material part of the existence which is not conscious of itself. Of who living with that? Of course, the atom does not think. The atom is ever in deep sleep till one day it will awaken and become a life like you and me. But till it has not happened for the atom, that piece of energy is experiencing no experience at all, just like you experience in deep sleep. So, who lives with these atoms and works with them is conscious beings. The second part of nature, which is conscious of its existence, acts in the nature, lives with the nature to fulfill its destiny of realization of its own true nature. And it lives with the rest of the coexistence. It acts upon the atoms and the physical world. And that we have a human body, especially as we have a solid body as well here on earth, very organic, heavy body. So we need to fulfill the body's needs also. And fulfilling body needs, living with body, living itself with this body and living with the physical world, operating physically, is materialism. Body and bodily related pursuits and activities are materialism. That's it. Because you're dealing with matter. Matter which is non conscious. But you are conscious. And you are the spirit. By spirit, I mean you are the light, weightless wave of energy, pure light, as infinite. You are as light as the space itself, almost as light. So you are the spirit who's here with this body and with this physical world. I am also a spirit, and there are infinite spirits. Even they are present in form of ants also, and butterflies, and whatnot. Also, many other infinite planets, they could be there, no? And infinite planes of existence, they also could be there. In fact, they are there. So, I do not ask you to take my words as your truth. I want you to think yourself about what is the truth. Have you ever inquired in depth about the truth? Because, my friend, this is the very journey you are on. You are right now lost in hundreds of pursuits around living. And living is where materialism comes. Living with the matter world, especially, and then the second part of living is living with the conscious world around you. But we are more caught in the living with the matter world, more caught in doing our jobs and in making money so that it gives us some sense of security. But are we really secure? Have you questioned? Do you really feel secure in your relationships? Do you really feel secure on the road? Do you really feel secure in a forest? You do not. You fear, my friend. So, solutions of the material world are important for us as human, and without it also our security is incomplete. Let me clarify it. But we have to think that solutions in the material world, are they enough? Our material pursuits, are they enough? And clearly not. The answer is in front of us. But just that we are chasing blindly. I want to do this job, I want to make a career, I want to learn this skill, I want to do that, I want to roam the world, I want to go see US, Germany, I want to experience this, I want to do scuba diving, and I want to go to the moon, and so many desires we have, right? These desires of the mind running like wild horses in all directions, seeking desires and desires and desires and desires. But none of these desires in the physical world, fulfilling them through the physical senses, is gonna give you the peace within, the equilibrium within, which is as almost close as the equilibrium within the space. You can realize that equilibrium within, and that is where you are headed. Maybe you'll not reach there and not proceed in that direction in this lifetime. Maybe you'll make only this much progress. But trust me, walking like an ant, you may choose to walk like an ant, but one day you are gonna reach the same destiny. And trust me, you will walk for an ant for some time, but there will come one day when you'll run like a cheetah and you'll fly like an eagle. As you get more and more of this, you'll be more and more thirsty for that which can be experienced within. So, my friends, as human, we have to live with the material world, make right use of material resources, conserve the material resources. This is materialism. And In our conscious self, we have to find the harmony and the music within ourselves in all the four layers of the mind with the soul, and around ourselves with the rest of the life forms present. This harmony, this music is Sangeet, is bhajan, is bhakti. So we have to do bhakti and bhajan in our lives, in our relationships, and that is spirituality. Spirituality is being aware of your spirit side, your wave side, which you can be right now. Just look at all your experiences in body and say, I am not this experience. I am not this body. I am not the sense of touch. I am not the weight that I feel of this body. I am not a smell. I am not the sight. I am seeing all of that, but I am not that. You as an individual spirit are a soul with a mind. Your soul is like the sun. It's as good as the space. Closest to the space is your soul. It's your mediator. It's your mind's connector with the rest of the existence. Soul is that which really is the foundation on which your mind has come. Think of it like this, that the soul is like the sun, and the mind's four layers are like planets revolving around the sun. So the soul is the core of you, the silent space which is the experiencer of the world perceived through the body perceived through the mind, and the mind itself. All the thoughts are being experienced by your soul. So, being aware of this, staying in this bhava, staying with this awareness, that the silent side of me, the very heart of me, the screen inside me, which is present also in deep sleep. In fact, to catch the screen clearly beyond mental thoughts, just remember your deep sleep experience right now. Remember it. What is there in deep sleep? Catch hold of it. Catch hold of your deep sleep. What's present there? It's present also right now. Catch hold of that part. Hold it, hold it. That's it. That's it. Hold it. Hold it. Yes, yes. Keep a hold of it. Yes. Getting there. Yes. Keep a hold of it. This is your screen, is your soul. Now you are in hold of your soul. And now feel its lightness and weightlessness. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Feel it is before all your sensual perception. Feel it, feel it, feel it. It is all your perception, the weight of the body, the touch, the sound, the smells are projected on the screen. The world, the life is like a film. And this whole film that you are experiencing is being projected on a screen. And that screen is your soul. It's the very heart of you. Let's not even give it names. Drop the name soul, because it's been a very misused name also, very misinterpreted. So let's forget even the names, but catch the object that I'm talking about. That screen, which is present also in deep sleep, is present even now. Take your mind to that screen, and with this screen, see your mind, and through the mind, see the world. From this screen, instruct the mind. The screen is thoughtless, but it is always aligned with the truth. It is the purest thing of you. So with this purest thing of you, the most truthful thing of you, align your mind. And from there will align your actions and living as human in this lifetime. And in all lifetimes you will be in your infinite, eternal, immortal existence. Let it happen. Do let it happen. You don't have to try. Don't try. Don't try. Don't try to do it. Just invoke it to happen right now. Right now, invoke your screen. Invoke that may I catch that screen. Then it will happen. And then with that screen, think of this infinity of this space. Once you have caught hold of the screen and you're sitting with awareness from that screen itself, the very core of you, feeling light, you will feel very light. I'm telling you, you'll feel absolutely light, and you will feel spread out just like the space. So next step after you catch the screen is to catch hold of the space, the Paramatma. Again a misused word, but to catch your attention I'm using these words. Catch hold of the space once from where you have caught hold of the screen in you. See that the screen is emergent in this space. This is as close to the space as anything can be. Every nucleus of even any atom is the closest element of that atom to the space. It is the mediator of rest of the atom with that space. That mediator is through which the fundamental laws of universe come through within that being of that atom, and matter atom or an alive atom like you, but the mediator is that nucleus. This nucleus is the soul. So with the attention from the screen of you, now from the screen connect to the infinite space. This darkness of the screen itself, your screen is blank by itself, it's timeless. Now upon this timelessness and blankness of your screen, just right now feel that how the screen is emergent in this space which is infinite. Visualize it in your head if it helps you, the infinity of this space. It extends even to places far beyond your imagination, far beyond millions of universes that exist out here, and infinite universes, infinite planets and spaces and beings. This space is everywhere. Feel it. First, be aware of your own screen, and then be aware that the screen is emergent in this space. Feel the infinity of this space, and you will feel even more lighter. Feel it. Now, once you have caught hold from awareness of your screen, you have awarely caught hold of the space and its infinity in all directions, all the 6 directions around you. Then now see that how there are infinite other screens present in this space in form of other conscious life forms. This is all energy. Now connect yourself with the alive and live energy of the universe, infinite. The screen of blankness which is inside you, the timeless screen of blankness which is ever present, is present in all of those beings, just like it is present in you. It is present in all of those beings, and the very fundamental of it is the space itself within which all beings are operating. The laws of the universe run by the laws of itself, not made by anyone, but laws of itself, made by itself. And the very fundamental of it, causal, one that is before any being or any atom, is the space itself. So with awareness of the space that you are in infinite, imagine the Milky Way, go beyond the Milky Way, spread out, spread out, spread out, spread out, keep spreading out till you're beyond all galaxies, and you keep spread out even beyond this universe, this particular universe that science is trying to study. Spread out. Some scientists say that the universe is expanding and it is limited and there is nothing out of it, even the space is limited. To them, ask this question and to yourself also, that if the space is limited, then in what does this exist? In what would this exist? There must be something out of it then. Right? Because it is. It must exist in something that exists. So, the space itself is infinite, and this whole existence and nature is also infinite. It has no boundaries. There is nothing outside of it. It never ends. So, now with this awareness, imagine all the beings which are present in this space, connect with them. See that your screen, the way you are experiencing your screen right now, is also present in all of them in the same way. It's present in all of them in the same way. Diana, can you reduce the volume, please? So now, once you are into the space consciousness as well, The screen has expanded into the entire space and is feeling that space within which your screen is present. Now see the same screen in everyone. See it, see it, see the space, see the screen in everyone, everyone who's alive, the ant, the human, the bird, and the aliens. The sameness of the screen is same in everyone. It is pure and untouched. Just like the space is pure and untouched by all the activities that happen inside it. This screen is pure and untouched by all activities that happen on top of it. It is seeing them, but it is not affected by them. It is ever enlightened, it is ever peace, it is ever beautiful. So feel the screen present in every being out here. This is the third object you need to catch. And once you are at this level of catching all the three objects from your screen, you've become aware of the space within which you are, your screen is, the lightness and the infinite expanse of the space. Then third, you've caught hold of all the live beings which are present in the space. Now you have started feeling love. The moment, and don't think about it, experience it. The moment you will experience the screen connection with the space, and the space through the space, its connection with all the other screens, you will feel light and joyous and happy. You'll feel love because you'll feel related to everything. And what is love? Love is this relation between everything that exists in existence. Love is the feeling of this relationship. It's a feeling. Love is when we feel this relationship of being connected. We feel being connected with some people only, we choose to, but really we are connected with everything. And when you feel this connection with everything, then you have really realized the true infinite potent love. So now you've caught hold of all the three things, of your screen, of the space, and the screens of everyone. Keep holding it and keep it your practice. It will do wonders and magic for you in coming days, I promise you. And this itself is spirituality. Realizing the spirit nature of the self is spirituality. The interconnectedness of all is spirituality. To know the existence is spirituality. Even science is a spiritual experience and can be, and I am a witness to that as I studied science, and I still do. So any pursuit of knowledge of existence, of the subliminal, the subtle part of existence, the conscious part of existence, by the conscious part of existence, to get to the subtlest parts of existence is spirituality. And to live with the material world, to act in it, use it to move forward in journey of our realization of the self, of existence, is materialism. It's on the way, but it's not the destination. The destination is knowing your own consciousness. Once you've known your own consciousness through the screen, you've known the consciousness of every being, and that is when real empathy will come. That is when real love and kindness and respect and joy will come. Till then, it will all be concepts in the mind. Till then, even if you love your family, your love is not as much as it can be. So why don't you come in full love? Why don't you realize love in its full potential? For then only you have achieved the full potential of your life as human. So make the best out of it. And as I go away with the awareness of the 3 points that I shared, of your screen, stay with your screen all the time. The screen is before the mind, stay with it. See everything projected on the screen and see the screen respond to your questions by the mind. It's like your inner voice, your conscience. This is the screen. It never speaks. It has no words. Mind speaks. Mind thinks. It doesn't. It simply knows and it tells in silence. So with awareness of the screen and awareness of the space, which is in eternal silence, and screen is almost zero like the space, but not zeroness as the space has, but almost, because screen is still an activity that's happening. No, you are an activity, but the space does no activity. So catch hold of that space, and this itself is liberation. This will lead to your liberation. Then this next step to liberation is once with the space consciousness. Now imagine all the infinite worlds out there and infinite living beings, and feel that they have the same screen as you. Catch hold of the screen, and from today see the screen in everyone. You will find their body, you will see their body, but no, it is not them. It is just a body they are animating. The body is the puppet. So see everybody's body, your own body, like a puppet. And the real puppeteer cannot be seen with these eyes, but it can be caught hold by the mind. It can be experienced by the mind. And real puppeteer is present right now, and it has full capability of realizing this. Then once you have connected with the rest of the beings in the world, you are starting to feel connected with them. This is love. And then the final stage of love is, now we expand it to the final level, is connect to every atom out there. You are connected anyway to that atom, but become conscious of it. Right now, this will complete your sadhana. So with that screen, we are feel the screen within the space as an emergent phenomenon within the space. You have found it, you have got it. So that emergent phenomenon within the space, now see other emergent phenomenons within the space from the space perspective. From the screen, gain the space perspective, and from that space perspective, see your screen and all the other screens. It's happening now, you've got it. And now from go beyond these screens also and go to every atom, even if it doesn't have a screen of experience like you, but the nothingness and blankness that your screen has, that same is happening in the atom also, like it is happening in the space. Now catch hold of every atom and imagine its waveness, the lightness. You have the same lightness and waveness. Probably you are even lighter than the atom. In fact, you are, because you have not been able to caught by the science. Scientific instruments have not been able to catch your consciousness, so you are definitely lighter than the atom and the Higgs boson, also the God's particle they call it. But you are lighter than the God's particle also, as science has found. So are you feeling yourself as atom right now? That's it. Stay with this. You are lighter than the atom. Stay with this feeling. For today, this is it. We will continue from here. Thank you very much for listening and sharing. And real thanks from me will come when you have followed it, when you have done it, when you have invoked it. You don't have to try to do it. Invoke it, and this consciousness awareness of your nature will happen. Go through this meditation every day, all throughout the day, and your life will change within 1 week. I guarantee you. Hari Om Namo Narayana.